All right, welcome back. We're talking about the Pirates. Just baseball season is about to begin Thursday in Cincinnati. They will come home a week later to take on the Chicago White Sox. But this is a team that was bad last year and by all accounts will still be bad. But, Will, what would constitute a successful season for you in 2023 for this team?
Man, I'd like to see, Quinn Priester up here at some point. O'Neal Cruz taking a step forward, like being more consistent, especially defensively. I believe, and I think I've said it here before on Sunday nights, I think this is I equate this to the 2011 season. They were really bad in 2010, and then their guys started to come up. Kutch obviously took a big step. Neil Walker took a big step. I want to see the guys that are supposed to be here when they're supposed to be good become full-time contributors.
Very annoying that Will took my 2011 comparison here, but that is probably what it feels like. I'm serious. I was going to say it feels a lot like the 2011 team, and then you took it. I want to see O'Neal Cruz look like a superstar. I want to see Brian Hayes actually look like a guy who can hit again and not just be all glove and nothing really significant at the plate. I guess I want to see if Mitch Keller's going to be consistent and look like a guy who deserves to be starting at the top of the rotation. But, man, I know there's 2011 vibes. I feel for some reason, Jeff, I don't know about you, I feel like they're much further away. I just don't have any. Now, granted, in 2011, I remember thinking this is ridiculous. This team is not good. Even when they were 53 and 47. There's something about this, though. I just feel like there's a rot underneath it that the bottom's going to fall out. And I'm not trying to say that to be Mr. Pessimistic, but it feels like what they think they're building and what they're actually building are going to end up being two very different things.
Well, let me be the first to say that I want O'Neal Cruz to be consistent. I think that's the first thing.
And Get those exit velos steadily upward.
No, I'm not into wins and losses this year. Obviously, that's the bottom line, and that's what matters.
You could work for their front office with that.
But what I want to see more. No, I want to see more out of these young kids. I want to see Nunez come up. I want to see Quinn Priester come up. I want to see Andy Rodriguez get a chance to play.
They could have done that right now.
Well,
I look at St. Louis and brought up this 20-year-old kid. They have another kid. They go from single A right to the majors.
They have an assembly line right near the Anheuser-Busch plant that just churns out 20-year-olds who do everything right.
But they're willing to take a chance.
Oh, I know.
You
but I think the Pirates took
Rodriguez.
as big a chance last year as we've seen in a while.
Austin Hedges is a nice guy to have, but he shouldn't be your number one
Yes, but you may not think Andy's ready for that. You might want to just
get
him a month
nobody's
in
ever
AAA
ready, Jeff. This is my frustration with them. They're never ready.
So you got a young staff and a guy that's a young pit. I don't mind having a veteran catcher in there for a month or two, and then if Andy is hot and he's doing the same type of things in AAA, but that's the things I want to see. I want to see more of that. There's a Kyle Nicholas or somebody else or the right-hander whose name is escaping me. Yeah, Burrows. That would be a guy I'd love to see. That's, to me, what would be a successful season. Yeah, the wins and losses are great. And I would love on the side to see them sign Bryan Reynolds and Kutch to have a magical reunion year
I think
just for the fans.
I don't know. I think it's significant that Ben Cherington is actually saying, we need to be better now. He has been very evasive. And Ben, look, I think he's a smart guy, having interviewed him many times. And, Jeff, you know this, he will go on for a minute and 15 seconds and not say anything. He is trying to be more substantive in his responses. I think the expectation is they will be better. What would we define better? That 11 team won, 70 and 90?
They were
92?
53 and 47, I remember, or something like that,
through
100 games.
That atrocious homestand. I think that 70 to 75 wins is a reasonable expectation.
But I think these guys they brought in, the choice on short contracts, are smart because they're not blocking anybody right now. But they can help in the room. They can help with experience. And then when they bring somebody up, you can get rid of these guys.
So I think one of the most interesting subplots happens off the field this year. We've seen Bob Nutting be more visible, at least in the spring run-up, than he usually is. It felt like more photo ops.
Doesn't say much, though.
Doesn't say much, but wants to say, I'm out there. I'm doing things. They haven't handled the Reynolds situation well still because that's dollars and cents. But we've got Travis Williams trying to talk about the ballpark experience. My point is, I think that there is a gearing up going on with their front office to be more visible, more present, maybe do a little more on the field than they would be comfortable with, because PNC Park, it's a jewel, but it's almost 25 years old, time for some improvements, and I think you're going to find out that starts to come up as a talking point sooner rather than later.
Real quick, I know it's not incumbent upon them to sign Bryan Reynolds, but should they, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Oh. It was yes or no, and you went absolutely. I like it.
No.
Sorry, Carl.
No.
Quick explanation.
2 no's, because I think he's out of the age range where he fits with what they're trying to do.
Okay. You guys are the ones that want him to win.
And look, guys, we were talking about this off air. This is his one big payday. He is not going to come to them. He's not going to do what Kutch did in 2012. He's
But
not
they
going
can
to do them a
afford to
solid.
pay him that big payday. Like, you
But
use him as an example throughout the
That's
organization.
what I said.
Sign
it's
this
just
guy.
like bringing in Andrew McCutcheon.
by
You
the
make
way-
a statement. You say, we're going to play poker, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, we
haven't
can all
played.
agree that Kutch did them a solid when he signed that contract. Bryan Reynolds has no interest in doing them
I
a
understand,
solid.
but they have a solid.
You know, you
treat
can
in that
show
way.
that you're
We're
playing
due for
poker.
break.
Shohei Ohtani for $600 million.
Do it. I love it. March Madness has arrived at all #1 Cochran stores, and that means the offers are so great, you'll be really mad if you miss them. So get up to one of the $1,000 in savings that you can have. Buy or lease any new vehicle, plus score lease and finance specials on 19 #1 Cochran new car brands. Don't miss your shot. March Madness ends March 31st at all #1 Cochran stores and online with Expressway at Cochran.com. See Cochran.com for details.